Well, good morning, everyone. Let's fix that TV. There we go. How is everybody doing this morning?
Good morning, guys.
Let's just get right to it, Fernando.
Yes.
What is the weather like out there today?
Right now?
This fine Friday morning. It's Friday. Who doesn't love a Friday?
Yes.
I mean, we're so excited that it's Friday. We're not excited because it's not the end of the week for us, and it gets all depressing. Yeah. But for the rest of you guys that are going to be calling it a day, what do we have to look forward to?
Oh, today is going to be a beautiful day. It's on a 66, and the high is going to be a 79.
Ooh, so we're going to get up there.
The low is going to be 61, so it's perfect.
Wow. I know some of you out there are probably thinking, man, I wish I had their weather. And you're right. You wish you did. But you don't, and we appreciate the fact that you're willing to sacrifice yourself and live in cold weather.
Yes.
Because it's not anything that either one of us are capable of doing. We like to visit it.
Oh, I love it.
But we also like to leave it and come home to where it's nice and warm.
Yes, that is correct. That is 100% correct.
Now, we're back at it. We have news. It's amazing. I say it every week that there's news to talk about. This week, it was sketchy. But then, boom, just like that at the end of the week, a bunch of news popped up. And we're like, holy crap, there's news to talk about. Get my watch off so I can bang on the table and get all excited about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. But first up, this is fun. Let's take a look here. Precision Power Class Amplifiers. For those of you that aren't familiar with the brand of Precision Power, well, that just means that, well, you're young and you weren't around back in the 80s and 90s. It's a brand that started out in Tempe, Arizona, like a lot of brands did. Rockford, Orion, Precision Power, just to name a few.
So did we know why a lot of manufacturers, like big manufacturers like that, they started in Tempe, Arizona? Or that was just like because...
There's a story there to be had, but I don't know the whole detail of it. I think we could probably get one of those guys on and just have us talk about it at some point. That'd be a good topic for a show, why everything started in Arizona. I know there's a reason for it. We just don't want to get into it on the news right here because we want to spend some time talking about this guy. Now, this is an Epsilon product. For those of you that have never heard of Epsilon.
It's not, it's Epsilon.
Yes, Epsilon.
Yep.
Epsilon Products, the company owns Soundstream, Power Acoustic, Precision Power, and Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. I used to sell Fahrenheit.
I think, yes. I never sold Fahrenheit. Their idea here is that the company is shipping a new line of power class amplifiers, vertical amplifiers. So as you're seeing them this way, that's how they're going to be mounted, which I'll show you a picture of that in a minute, that use Japanese and German parts versus Chinese components. The 5 amplifiers use WEMA resistors and premium capacitors from Germany, and I can't even pronounce that. Sanken transistors from Japan. I apologize. That's not one of my strong things. Anyways, so the question is this going to work? I mean, I think it's a neat idea. I think it's a neat idea to promote that, but I don't know if
so now,
it is.
My question is, what is this market for? Because when you make something, it has to be a market for it, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's a market for anything. All right, so retail price on the 5 amplifiers that they're going to come up with is $320 to $450. The 5 amplifiers that they're going to have is a 125 by 4. I'm sorry, 80 by 4. I'm just going to give you the 4-ohm ratings. 80 by 4, 120 by 4, 60 by 4, 300 by 1, 5-channel. 1K and a 1.8K, so an 1800. Those are the amplifiers they have lined up. The last two were the 1-ohm power ratings. Someone had mentioned in there. So if you dig deep into the story, they actually talk about doing their own amp dyno tests and that how they got way more than rated power on them. On this particular line. We're only talking about this particular line. We're not talking about the rest of the products that they make. So that's the idea here, is that this line is going to be their flagship line of products. They're also going to come out with a line of speakers to go with it. If we go to the website, they're showing you what this is going to look like in the trunk of a car. Oh wow, way to blow up an image. Oh, that's cool. So this is what you're going to see as it sits there.
So where are the controls?
The controls are here, I'm guessing, or on the other side. They don't do. They're here.
Oh, they're on the side.
So yeah, you got to remove that beauty panel on the end there, and then you can get to the controls. So I could see this mount, like a 5-channel. I could kind of see it. I don't necessarily. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. All right.
It's big.
Yes.
It's big. How do you put an amplifier stand up, right? Like somebody say, this is for a guy that's gonna mount the amplifier next to the box or in the box.
Well, you're definitely not mounting it on the side of the box because there is no side mount. There's no feet to mount it on the side. What you're looking at is this. This is you mount this into the car.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 of these. Yeah. You mount these into the car, and then you screw them into the side of the amplifier. So think of it as like you mount a mounting plate in, you slide this amplifier into place, you screw it to the side. Yeah. So the concept of mounting it aside, because as we can see, there are going to be certain drawbacks to mounting it this way. Mm-hmm. Let's just discuss the amplifier a second. Is this enough of a sales pitch that the performance on the amplifier is that much better? I like the bookend idea. Mm-hmm. Is that much better that by using German capacitors and Japanese resistors and the German-Japanese parts, is that enough to make people want to go out and buy this amplifier, and it's considered a high-end amplifier? I mean, that's my question. Is this going to make you guys want to go out there and buy this because you're thinking, oh man? I mean, it's not anything like it's Class A or anything like that. It's just a regular amplifier. It's a Chinese board with
different components.
To me, the only reason why I say Chinese board, and that I don't care where your board is made, but they're bringing that out into the forefront of the conversation. It's like it's a Chinese board because we build Chinese amplifiers. No, not a problem with me.
It's fine, manufacturer.
I'm just saying because every manufacturer does. It's China, Korea, South America, whatever. But Chinese board with better parts. I'm sure there's companies out there that already do this, that aren't marketing this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're just like, hey, let's talk about this.
See, the only problem I have is like you say, I don't care where you make your amplifier. I don't care what kind of components. Hey, it's just how it is made. For example, like we have these BMW, right? And if this customer is really fan of precision power, you're not gonna put this amplifier in there. You don't have it.
Well, no, but I mean, I feel like anytime you design a system for something, you have to.
And that's what I say. It gotta be a market. Like, what are they gonna sell these to? Who?
Well, there's always that sales approach where you just make something and then it figures out where it's gonna fit in.
Okay.
I mean that's look
for me.
People have been doing that for years.
All right. If I'm gonna come out,
make it and they will come
back to the market of the car audio. I would do something small. DSP built into it, and I'm pretty sure people will love it. But
yeah, I don't know. Something to think about, of course. I love the comments that you guys are throwing up. Please keep those out. We wanted to make this a more interactive show, commenting about the things that we're talking about, and you all are bringing up great points. And I feel that is the purpose of this news, is that you guys tell us what you think about these stories that we come up with, because I like to think of this as more of a group discussion, more so than just us being talking heads up there. So if you're watching this after the fact, make sure you leave a comment and tell us what you think. We find it extremely interesting because it's not the same questions that we always get. So I can totally dig that and appreciate anything you guys add to the conversation. So please keep doing that. Now on to something a little bit more fun, because hey, don't we like fun? One of the things that we love, one of the things we absolutely love about being in car audio has to be the tools. Okay, I feel like we love tools.
Oh, I love tools.
I mean, Mobile Solution introduces the Smart Router Table System. This is something that they've been working on for a couple years now. They've had different variations of it. They have one variation where the whole vacuum system is attached to the tubular frame. But there again, I figured that was like probably a pain in the butt to do.
Yeah?
So this one, plus you had to weld it all together and it was probably difficult to ship. This one looks like you can take it down and it all will ship in a normal size thing.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. You're right, Duo. That's a good point. So this is a designable router station. I really like it.
I love that.
To me, I can see that going over here in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
But you can design it for 2 routers, 3 routers. You can design it with a router and an orbital sander. There's a whole bunch of options that you can have for this particular product. So for those of you guys, whether you're a professional or amateur, whether you own a shop or whatever, we can all appreciate the fact that tools are cool.
Mm-hmm.
You design the whole system here on the Mobile Solutions website. They have a bunch of more pictures showing it. You can buy it any way you want it. So you don't have to buy, like we already have router lifts, so we wouldn't need to buy router lifts.
No.
You can order it with or without the router lifts. You can order it with or without, so you can design it a la carte for however you want to. The basic system varies in price, so they have a $1,830 price point up there. Obviously, that can go up if you need the routers, and it can go down if you don't need the routers and stands.
And I think they have like 2 and 3.
Yeah, they do offer.
You can actually pick if you don't want 3 router stations. You can only pick 2.
Yes.
So they have different stuff.
Yeah. So
you can actually
this is
do
showing
that.
you the construction of it. There is a picture with 2. There's the
there you go.
There's the 2. So yeah, you can get it with just the 2. I would want just the 2.
I would want just the 2. Yeah.
Because
that's nice.
Yeah. I almost want the 2 off to the one side, so I have that one flat working area.
Well, I mean, if you keep in mind, we have 1, 2, 3.
We have technically 4.
Okay, so when you get 2 tables. 2 tables.
All right, let's move on to the next story.
We're gonna call you later.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next story.
Yes.
Here we go. AAMP ships its first marine deck. I gotta be honest with you. I thought this piece was already out.
No.
I didn't realize it hadn't shipped because we've seen it so many times.
Well, yeah, but different manufacturers, right?
No. I mean, we've seen this piece. They had it last year at Knowledge Fest. There for us to play with.
Well,
I mean,
but now it's reality. Now
I know. I didn't realize we were that far away from it.
COVID, man. COVID.
So yeah, I guess one of the unique things about this product that is really cool. Here's a look of it inside of
the boat.
No, this is Motorsport.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Power Sport.
Power Sport.
Tommy, you're welcome. One of the things about this particular, what makes this different from all the others, is that it is designed to work with their new relay switching system that they have.
I like that one. Yes.
The idea behind it. Let's go over here to the laptop. So here's some of the dash kits they make for it. Depending on whether you have, let's say, a Razor or a Polaris Ranger or a Polaris RZR, they have different dash kits for it. They have a weather marine style USB. They have flush panels to go from bigger marine in boat radios, both white and black. And then they're showing you an image here of the accessory switch panel that they make. So the idea behind that is they have the cool relay bank, which again, I didn't realize this product hadn't come out yet because we saw it a year ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw the relay like we talk about with Jeff and all that stuff.
So this is showing you, it's actually sitting on top of it here is the relay bank for it. That's a 4 relay bank. And the idea is that if you have one of these Power Sport vehicles and you want to turn on lighting and whatever, lighting, I mean, let's be honest, all these things just about lighting. You have 4 switches built into the radio. When you're looking at the unit here, those 4 little, right there in the front, those 4 little, looks like EQ.
Squares,
is you tap that and you can immediately get to...
And you can turn it on and off
your lights
from the radio.
Yeah. I mean, you can turn anything you want on and off, but they started making them again. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right. Yeah.
so
did we have the specifications for this?
We do have a ton of specifications on it. However, and because of time, I will say we will put a link to it in the show notes. Perfect. Where you can head over to Stinger and check it out. If power sports and things like that are something that you're interested in and would like to do. Mm-hmm. Moving on, this is the one we should have a clip art for showing sadness.
Sadness? Oh, okay. Yeah. I got that.
Because there's always going to be one sad story.
Yes.
In the news. And today, this is the sad one. Another round of 12-volt price hikes. You get the calendar.
Okay.
That's right. Price hikes. Mm-hmm. This is. We knew this was going to happen. Okay. With all the fires and delivery delays and COVID and just the plethora of other nonsense that has been going on for the last year and we'll say a year and a half, just to split the difference here. There's just been so much that has just come into the electronics industry to cause things to not go the way we want. And, well, honestly, I think it's amazing that most manufacturers have held back as long as they did. First round, 2 or 3 years ago when we had all the tariffs go into place, there was a price increase then. Uh-huh. There was a price increase last year. Kenwood will implement a price increase April 1st, said several industry members. Some said the increase of 2 to 5% on select models. Boss Audio, oh my God, is also going to be raising their price about 5%. Following the long stretch of keeping a price steady. So a lot of these manufacturers have just been eating the price increase, which I think is stupid, but I get. They've been eating it in the hopes that the price would go back down. So they wanted to keep their footprint in the market. I don't really see that as making sense. I get that you're doing that, but I just don't see it. That plus stimulus checks plus tax season, no stock. COVID to tariffs, everything costing more. Exactly. Epsilon brand we just talked about. Third and fourth has held third or fourth price increase in 120 days, increasing price 5 to 7% across all brands. 2 prior increases were 5%. Nav TV, which hadn't raised its prices in the last 3 years, instituted a recent price increase. Arc Audio, and this is by no means a comprehensive list. There's one exception. Audio Control hasn't raised its prices since 2019. Now, as we said, some of the reasons for this: shipping costs have gone from $3,500 to as much as $10,000 to ship a box. And then, of course, the fires, and it's just hard to get electronics, and because of the demand for electronics. So it's just a really, really bad time to be
in car audio.
Well, no, it's a great time to be in car audio. It's just a bad time to be an electronics manufacturer. But there again, I mean, it's just a cost of doing business. I mean, you can't expect things to stay the same. I mean, each year, whether we get it or not, each one of us wants a raise. Correct? So each year, if you have 10 employees, that's 10 raises you have to get. That money has to come from somewhere as a business. Whether you have 5 employees, 100 employees, everyone wants more money. So the money, whether it's from, things have to go up. I mean, when you look at the price of a car, the average car is what, $35,000 to $50,000 now?
Right now, yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with the employees. I mean, to pay the insurance. You know, we all know the story there. So, yeah, you're going to have price increases. It's just unavoidable. But what I think is interesting is there's 2 ways to offset that: sell more products.
Yep.
Or if you're planning on, which every manufacturer wants to do. But if everything else is going up around you, you have to raise the price of the product.
Oh, it's
You just can't avoid it. I mean, you can't keep making nothing on the product. You have to. But keep in mind now, So we won't even get into the whole.
No,
I'm not going to go into the political side of things. But anyways, the cost of doing business is always going to go up. It has to come out somewhere. It's going to be in the products.
Yes.
And that is why they come up with new products every year, is so that you don't feel like you're paying the same price for the same or more for the same product. So, last year you might have paid $200 for the XW4475. This year you're going to pay, double that for the X447 Mark 5.237.
Yeah.
And it's got 3 new features that are totally worth double the price. But that's one of the reasons why they do that. Out of that, because who wants to talk about spending more money? But if you do want to spend your money on something and you happen to have a Nissan Titan, oh yeah, we have new Nissan adapters. Yes, and Land Rover for sure. One of the things that I get most excited about in car audio, which is kind of silly, I know. Did I put a
link?
I didn't. Yeah, I thought I did. I didn't. One of the things I get most excited about is these simple things right here, speaker adapter plates, and I get excited about it because, well, I can just buy them.
Well, it make your life easier.
It does make our lives easier.
Totally.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if we're putting in a super expensive pair of speakers, it's not even a question. We're making the baffles for them. However, if I'm putting in what I'm going to call entry-level set of speakers, I don't necessarily feel like I need to spend an hour laser cutting out a cool bracket for that speaker. I just need to get it in the car and out, because if you're paying $79 to $120 for a set of speakers, you don't need a $100 speaker adapter, do you now? No, you need something that is in line with that. Metra, thankfully, has been on point with coming out with these speaker adapters. They seem to be the only one that cares. So thank you, Metra, so much for doing that. They've also come out with a dash kit for a Land Rover. This is, I think, a replacement for a previous version of this dash kit, because I know this dash kit did exist. It just might have not been by them. So it's for like the LR2, LR3. They also came out with the Nissan Titan dash kit to go along with these spacers.
Yep.
It is gloss black. If you want to see what these look like, of course, we'll have links in the show notes that can take you over there and you can find them. Or if you have a Nissan Titan and you've been waiting for a dash kit, by all means, head over there. One thing we did find out yesterday is that Nissan, which we knew, it's just Nissan is having a really fun time at making different harnesses for every single vehicle they make, which is making it a total pain in the butt to make camera retention steering wheel control interfaces for these cars. The car could have a 40-pin adapter in it that it looks like every other 40-pin adapter that every single other Nissan is using, but it's not. There's 6 different versions of that 40-pin adapter. So if you do happen to be installing something in a Nissan, they make a 30-pin adapter too, and you plug it in and it doesn't work, by all means, be patient. Give the guys at Metra a call. They're super helpful, as they were yesterday for us, and they will do the work, and they will, you just have to be patient with them, and they will help you figure these things out. Metra has recently improved their tech support system. The one flaw in it is that there's a delay when you talk to them.
So just be patient.
So let them talk, stop, and then you talk. It's the weirdest thing ever, because it makes it sound like they're talking over you when they're not. There's just like a delay, and it just screws everything up. But I commend them. This wasn't the point of the story, but I felt I should point it out that they are one of the biggest problems they've had was their tech support channel, and they've gotten new people and they've expanded it. They got a new phone system. Everyone is in contact with everyone else. They've just brought it up to like what it needs to be for now to handle the kind of workload that is needed for a tech support. So good job, Metra, and continuing to come out with cool products.
All right.
That brings us to the time of the show where we're going to give something away. This is the last week to get your audio control calendar. I know what you're saying. Oh, man, really?
That's it.
But yeah, there was not an infinite amount of these. There was a very select few, and it is time to get out. One thing I will point out, if you didn't actually win one, don't bother to send me your address. I'm not going to send you a calendar. Somebody trolled that. Good job. No, we actually know who wins these things. Kind of silly. Which takes us to the next thing. If there's a news story out there that you feel we should talk about that is loosely related to car audio or car audio itself, go ahead and send us a link to that at carstereotalk@yahoo.com. We would love to review your story, see if it's something we want to talk about, or if it's just something interesting you want us to look at. why
Right.
not? But if you do win, you're going to send me your address, your home address, not your email address. I'll have that, to carstereotalk@yahoo.com. Fernando has a question. Let's see what it is. And then we have 2 to give away, so there will be 2 winners.
All right. So the question is, what audio control giveaway on the 12 days of Christmas?
So they just need one of the giveaways
No.
we did? Or they need all the giveaways?
All the giveaways.
Oh, they need all the giveaways.
Yes.
I
All
don't
the
even remember.
giveaways.
Not
And
the
it's-
quantity. We don't
and
need
it's so
quantity.
easy.
We don't need quantity, right? We just need the products that we gave away.
We just need the products.
And you know the answer to this question?
Yeah, I have it right here. It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
look at
right
that.
there. So if we
Yeah, so if you can list all the products, not the amount, all the products of the audio control equipment we gave away on
Yeah.
the 12 Days of Christmas,
you will win, it's gonna be 2 people.
I'm going to say
The 2 people that they name, the
Mr.
first 2 people they name it, they're gonna win.
Mr._Lopez13.
Yes, that's
Can't
it.
figure that one out.
So, all right. So let's move to the other one.
I like that one. I will let negative 3dB. I will let Chris know. That was one of the discussions we had when he came up. I had nothing to do with the idea of the calendar. It was all Chris. COVID, living in your house, doing all things. He came up with the idea, and he hit us up, and he wanted, he asked us for pictures and all that fun stuff. And of course, at that point, we'd had plenty of years of product, and he was like, "Do you think we could sell this?" And I was like, "Honestly, I don't know." So we opted out of selling it as to just order a very small amount and just give them away. He gave away a bunch of them. I don't know to who.
He gave away a lot. Yeah.
But because they had way more of them than we did. And then they sent us a very small amount for us to give away to whoever we wanted to give them away to. And of course, we set a certain portion of those aside to give away to people in the comments and stuff like that. So,
all right,
let's see what we got here.
So the last thing that I want to talk about is about Best Buy. Remember last week Best Buy said that he was going to change and close some stores and everything.
Yeah, they were doing through a small reorganization.
They keep changing a lot of stuff. Right now they have the big managers from one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
From one department, and they move it to a different department. So that means former car audio department Roddy has moved to the small appliance team on Best Buy. Randall Schwartz, he was the senior of car audio for more than 6 years and is no longer part of that car audio team, according to the memos sent to the industry. Best Buy also changed the assignments with car audio departments. So the people from computer department moved to the car audio department, and the car audio department moved to the computer department.
So it's the shuffle game where they move things around, hoping that'll breathe new life into these departments, because you get stale. I mean, let's be honest. I've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
The opportunity to go do something different, sounds appealing. I would love to venture out and try, doing something else outside of this industry. But obviously not having the ability to do that because I don't work at Best Buy or a big major chain like that.
And that's what I say. You have this successful department, for example, computers, and they're like, dude, we're killing it with the computers. Let's move the people that they are doing this to the maybe car audio department, see if they can bring it up.
Right. Yeah. So take somebody that's doing an exceptional job. But see, that doesn't always work.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to work.
So
you're just gonna try.
Yeah. Because I mean, sometimes you take a guy that did, you do a. I figured that's what you meant. You take a guy that's really successful in one department and you put him over in this other department that's failing, and you take another guy and you move him into it. So basically what you do is you're just moving that one good guy around, and as he leaves, those things fail, because even though he set up really good infrastructure, when the new boss comes in, he screws that all up. So that's kind of a bummer there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got to try something at this point, because getting fresh new blood in there is definitely the way to go. Is he correct?
He's correct. He just need
Because he fixed it on the top.
Yeah. It's LC1I. He's so.
What is he missing? Is he missing one?
No, we have it.
I was gonna say, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
All right, it's 6 products.
Is it
The
6?
audio control giveaway on the 12 days of Christmas. And if you haven't figured it out, if you
so
go,
he's got them because it's he added in the LC11.
LC1I.
So he's got the LC2I.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, Ron H, you are the first to get a calendar.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Yep.
Carstereotalk@yahoo.com. Just give me your address and I'll get that out to you here in the next couple weeks. That's exciting.
Yes.
That's
yes,
exciting.
That was nice.
All right, so keep going, guys. I mean, at this point, it should be pretty easy who can type the fastest. But let's get that in there.
Wow, man.
I know.
I wanted to make it in the beginning of the news, so people have the time to go and look at it.
Yeah. All right, so let's go through here.
Do you have any?
Yeah. Man, you guys are getting so close, man. See, Ron was smart. He teased you guys. Man.
All right, Rob.
It's not there.
LC2I Pro.
No. See, he didn't pick up what Ron did. So Ron, you're a smart dude. By making that correction, you screwed all these guys up. They don't know what they missed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, no one has gotten it yet.
Come on, guys. Ron got it.
All right, so let's see. Hold on. I think he went in and did hold on, let me make sure. There you go. Rob Lanash, he was the fastest typing in adding it in. There you go. Rob, wait a minute, what did I do wrong? All right, Rob Lanash, you got all the parts and pieces. So good for you. So both you guys, we got Rob Lanash and Ron H. We got 2 R's. Rob and Ron. That sounds like a talk show. Rob and Ron here today, talking to me live from Poughkeepsie, Washington. Whatever. Anyways, it's not even a place. Carstereotalk@yahoo.com. Send me your address. You 2 guys will get the last 2 calendars. So enjoy them.
Yeah.
Have a fruitful year, and hopefully you'll be able to pencil in trips and fun stuff like that towards the end of the year.
Very nice.
All right, we got one. Nope, that's it. That's it. I was gonna say we got one more story, but we'll save that till next year. Yeah, you know what happens. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the news today. It has been a fun Friday. Go forth, be merry, have fun. Make sure to head over to Instagram later today. What?
Okay, be merry.
Yeah, be merry. Happy. Merriment. Gay old time.
Okay.
Have a gay old time. That's the Flintstones, guys, just in case you're like, what is he saying? Flintstones. Go watch that. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure to tune in to Instagram later today. We'll talk about what's going on here in the install bay. And, of course, tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And for those who don't know, Tuesday next week, I'll be on Unmasked with Kicker. We'll be talking about tools. With that, you guys have a great night. See you later.
Bye.